Well, so you think you're so special, don't you? I have to just say something right now.
Okay. Spill, sis.
Watching, and this is like, I guess, spoilers for the most recent episode of Industry, which
I
is
have
at this
not
point 3
seen-
days late.
I have not seen.
So it's not spoilers. I'm not going to get too deep into it.
Okay.
But watching Yasmin tell her husband to kill himself while dressed like Marie Antoinette, like I just don't
I've
think
seen the clips.
anybody has ever mothered harder in a way that was so motherful. It passed the mother meter. And became the grandmother. Like
Yasmin,
truly, like
Yasmin in this palace. What is it? I think I'm gonna die in this house. It's looking at her every day. Wuthering Heights.
So first we had mother number one in a literal actual strap-on.
Mother Prime.
Mother Prime in a strap-on dildo being filmed butt-ass naked from every single angle on the 360-degree glam bot, to this episode with Yasmin telling a man to kill himself. It is just
amazing.
Incredible when Industry is on.
While she sex traffics or something. It
just fills me with a joie de vivre that I can't even begin to describe.
Industry, I feel like... Okay, so I haven't even seen the new season, which is Lily So Foul, beat me over the head.
Wait,
I don't know
God, so everything I'm saying, hasn't penetrated you at all yet.
No. But I also, I know spiritually, in a way, what's about to happen and what we're about to see, at least
so this season, I'm just going to warn you, this season is about woke.
Yes. Is it back or they're killing it? They're finally... annihilating woke once and for all.
Yeah, this season is about woke, and this season is about everybody looking around and saying, maybe it was okay that Epstein sex trafficked. Maybe it's okay to say the R word. And that's, listen, that is the ruling class are saying this in the show, right? The show is you know how every season the show is really topical? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I will say they really have speared the woke thing right now. Not they're anti-woke. I just mean
well, it's about how absurd and horrible these people are.
If this show came out last year, or if this ep season came out the next year, it would not be the moment, right? But it is exactly the moment for this season right now. Yeah. I will say,
really leaning into how horrible everyone.
The thing that Industry does so well is in the subtext of everything. It's the kind of show where if it was a book, it would just be fantastic because we would really get in our lives. But on the show, it's so brought out by the intensity of these people's performances.
The acting is stellar.
Amy Winehouse documentary aside, what
we don't talk about that. I don't think we're not allowed to acknowledge
with Yasmin's character is unreal. She gives her Emmys winning monologue in the most recent episode.
I can't wait.
She goes to a place that actresses just don't go to. It was unreal. I was actually you know the classic lesbian watching the Eagles game TikTok that everyone says, where they're standing up and they're come on. Yep. I was doing that in front of the TV with Yasmin. I was
doing that come on.
No, come on. I was okay, come on. Finish the play. Finish the play. Yeah. And if you ever put me through that again, I'll kill you myself. Do you understand me?
Yeah! I think I saw a clip where she moves a little quick and he cowers back. I was
no, she goes... She goes to slap him across the face and he cowers and crumbles, and I'm yes!
What's that picture of Lisa Barlow with John? And it's when you just know she beats him.
I literally almost spit my water out. No, listen, it's not funny. Domestic violence is not funny. But there is a sick pleasure in the guy who's sex trafficking Yasmin, essentially, to watch her be you should kill yourself, but just so you know, if you killed yourself, it would be so boring and predictable. And
it's because she just knows exactly how to literally almost kill somebody.
Talk about a woman on the verge of a nervous breakdown. I mean, actually an actual murderess. Let's be real now. She has actually killed somebody.
Well, Yes.
Well,
she's so frightening. Though the acting on that show is so haunting, but like horny. And I'm like, that's like where I want us all to be. Like more of that. More
it's just the kind
scary,
of thing where I'm
scary,
like,
horny. Despair.
Money scares me so much, and the people that make a lot of money are the scariest. And so this show like really is about that. But I love it. I love it when it becomes like old money, new money, like the new world order.
Good.
Like take like the new. There's so much in the show about like the new world order, like piggybacking on the old, because it's like we have all the money, but you have the you have the connections, and so you're using us, and we're using you, and like the power, and like who has power,
both
how it gets transferred,
are required now to exist.
Yeah.
It's like they're codependent, unfortunately.
A lot of this season is about Harper like thinking that she has power now and being like brought down to earth,
humbled,
and feeling
hoard.
vengeful over it. Which, like, listen, the worst thing in the world that Harper can do, like the worst thing you could do in this world is like fuck Harper over, because she is an actual nuclear bomb, and she will walk inside of your building and det the vest, you know, like she is
somehow
that kind
walk
of
out
person.
alive,
like,
and then do it again. Like,
and by the way, so much of this season is her and Yasmin like literally housewives catfighting, like her being like, I only came to your party because you're old and sad now, and you seem really ugly in photos. And then Yasmin being like, oh, so that's all you do, huh? Use them and abuse them and play the victim. And she's like, you old whore, why don't you go have sex for money? It's like a lot of that this season too, which I love.
Any second they're about to like finger each other, like mad.
No, listen, like this show gives me what I want, which is toxic Yuri. Like that's what I want. I want like
this is my heated rivalry, to be honest.
Yeah, like actually, tell me you're gonna kill me while fingering me. Like that's what Sandra Oh show. Killing Eve. This is so that.
This is like Killing Eve if it was Slade.
Which, by the way,
honestly,
tanked when Phoebe Waller-Bridge left that show.
No, I was gonna say like that show.
Like
really
when Phoebe when Phoebe Waller-Bridge left that show to write nothing for $100 million, like
she's still in 2026. Like, by the way, it's been like 10 years. What happened?
I have a theory that was like one of the largest like private wealth transfers in modern history, because like her family,
really, like what
her family
happened?
are like royals, and she was like, well, the old Scottish castle is falling into disrepute. I might as well get $50 million from Amazon to do fuck all for 10 years so that we could like keep the grounds up.
No, it's like it literally is like how it was like a maximum savings like yield.
It was
like they did
one
some
of
type
the,
of money
it
movement.
was literally one of the largest deals for like a new creator showrunner that the network had ever done in its history.
Do you
like,
think, not to like discredit her per se, but do you think that like she saw something or like witnessed or is like victim of something?
No, I think it's literally just a wealth transfer. I think it's literally
Yeah.
just like someone inside of Amazon was like, yeah, like our families go way back, you know, we like, we both like our cottages like neighbor Balmoral,
Yeah,
and it's like palaces.
They're like, oh, I'll have like so and so sign away the lease or the deed, or was it like,
Yeah,
oh my god,
literally.
what was it on Ladies of London or sorry, Real Housewives of London when they go to Nessie's house and it's like she owns it but she doesn't. There's still like a land deed owned by the king or something.
All that works is like
that's what I'm saying. There's something like that going on.
Britain is still like a feudal kingdom. Can I say something too?
Amazon like owns a plot of land now because of that.
We live in the heart of empire, so like haha hee, like you guys can all say what you want about America and how it was built. Like listen, we can take it, we understand. We are like two white Americans on a podcast. Like we have heard it all and we will hear it again and we will accept it. But if there's any country in this world that we can whack, it's fucking Britain. And I will say,
I mean, we have the right. It's like whacking
one
ourselves.
Thing I watch, like one thing I think about when I watch industry is just like, listen, all of Europe, like white Europe, which is like most of Europe, is living in the shadow of like a fallen empire in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
Like they are like living in the ruins of like a once great civilization.
Y'all
right?
seen The Crown, you know what?
And at least most of the other countries retained a semblance of culture and also attraction to said great empire and can peddle like the trinkets and this like sort of like trappings of said great empire to like strangers, right? Like Greece, Italy, Spain, they still have like come to Italy and experience the Italian culture. And
Greece
it's like
is kind
always
of
on
the edge of economic collapse, but like I don't think, but I feel like it just can't. Because
but
like,
I'm saying like,
no one's
but, like,
gonna stop
these
going
countries,
to these
countries are like carried by the memory of
their
their
millennial cities.
Yeah.
They're like,
but imagine you're British and like not only do you live in literally the ruins of a once great empire, but all you have to show for it is constant rain and fog and over pasteurized
it sounds like hell,
rock in the middle of nowhere and food that tastes like literal shit with like feudal lords like just waging war in the House of Lords all the time for like the end of civilization. You have like no social mobility and like the inbred families that have like controlled the like pasteurized fields since time immemorial have like just continued to like suck every little bit of life out of that island until it's nothing left. Like, imagine you have to deal with that. Like, truly, like, at least
you're just like the concept of being British. You're like realizing what it means to be British.
No, but I'm just like, listen, like at least
imagine being British. If you're British, sound up in the comments.
At least Spain has tourism, you know. Like at least Italy has food to live on.
I'm pretty sure Stonehenge and like the London Eye and like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The London Eye, one of the great wonders of the
bridge,
world.
the castle. I think they have tourism, but it is like the worst type of tourism.
Yeah.
Okay. As someone who was dropped off in London for like a few hours and was in the middle of that part.
Yeah. So you're an expert on London.
No. I'm not an expert. I'm just saying as someone who saw what allegedly everyone comes there to see. Like I saw the palace. I saw the gardens. I walked through the squares. I literally was like, yeah, this is probably like the worst part of the city. Like there's like nothing here that feels like it's just literally Five Guys and then like Royal Guards and like you know a McDonald's and like a Urban Outfitters. And then I was like, okay, where's like the real London? So I didn't get to see that. But at the same time, I haven't necessarily heard the best. I've asked a lot of people where to go, and people are just like, go to Scotland. Just go somewhere.
Well, one thing that I'm
Scotland
obsessed
was beautiful. That was
one of the
beautiful.
things that I'm obsessed with about like the UK specifically is there's like this whole like movement of people online that talk about how there's like no wild space left in the UK because everything has been like farm fielded and pasteurized and everything has been like manicured because you know like everyone carved up their little chunk of the island and was like, this is gonna be like the grounds of my country estate or whatever. And like these people being like, there's no wild space in the UK anymore. Like there's no like truly wild spaces anymore. Like we've like just completely tilled this rock to the nothingness. And I just am like, I love looking in on what's going on in Britain, right? Like
makes you feel a little bit better.
Listen, I like
as if the soil isn't dying in the United States.
I know.
For Monsanto's mega crop.
I live like 2 like feet from like an oil spill that has like permanently contaminated the groundwater that I drink. And there's like a radiation plant upriver that has like given everyone within a 100-mile radius cancer and like the toxic black sludge I cough up every morning.
Credit card of plastic in my brain.
A fork that's just in my brain. Like, listen, I have nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like, as an American, I understand. Like, I am nowhere to stand when it comes to talking about shithole countries. But industry, if it has done anything successfully, it has made me just firm in my belief that I will never live in the UK. I am okay not living in the United Kingdom. And I apologize to our UK listeners, but most of you are gay, trans, and or probably working class and have felt and expressed similar sentiments about the UK as we are here. So I think I'm okay in my belief. And I'm specifically speaking about England and like London. I'm not talking about like Ireland and Scotland, right? Like free both of those people.
No, absolutely not. It's a very different place. But it is funny when I was Scotland actually had like some truly natural beauty that you're like, wow, this is like, you can feel like the prehistory of it all. Like it does feel very like raw. But then there are a lot of parts of the UK that I was at, and including Ireland, where I was like, this just looks like Massachusetts. Like this is just like northeast United States. Like it looks pretty much, the architecture is just a bit more interesting. Anyway.
Yeah, totally. Well, what else have you been up to? I mean, you went to like 47 drag shows.
Oh my God, you guys, I'm so tired. I've been wrecked just as an audience member. No. So, friend of the pod.
Matt's like, no more drag. Matt comes out against drag.
I'm quitting drag too. I didn't even start, but I'm quitting now. I'm quitting attending and paying for drag. No. friend of the pod, Shiksa, who we met through the show, funny enough, literally have become close friends. And we, even though they moved out of San Francisco into Chicago, had to come back. They literally had this whole performance I'm going to talk about in a moment that they were a part of, but also we're just doing shows all over the city, all like our favorite spots, like Pillows at Powerhouse, you know, Angels at Aunt Charlie's, like Genre at the Stud, Talent Show at the Stud, just like truly like the best, I would say the best offer in a lot of ways. And so when she was staying with me, she's like doing she has amazing wigs. Check out Buy Bad Wigs on Instagram. If you have watched Drag Race, you have seen one of her wigs for sure. If you've been to, honestly, even just a good amount of drag shows in any major city, you probably have seen some of her wigs. She does such amazing work. And so I was at Pillows, which is Monday night starting at like 10:30 p.m. going to like 2. Same with Angels and Aunt Charlie's. And then Talent Show was amazing. Florida Man, literally like another friend of the pod, I would say at this point, put on an amazing talent show. They've been doing this thing where they did this a few years ago and they're doing it again now, where basically they quite literally, she brings on people from all over the Bay who just want to do like a talent. Like it literally is like try out for the talent show. But it's like obviously very gay, very LGBT. It's at the Stud, of course. And it's very unconventional. You get like original music, you get drag numbers, you get burlesque, you get stripping, you get people counting ones professionally, like as a skill. You get people, what do we have else? Oh, someone making a drink with their tits, like just like making a cocktail with like their boobs, people doing karate chopping. Like you get anything. It's so fun. It's just so wild. And the judges themselves are like a part of it. They like the judges judge someone from the audience to bring into the judges. Like the judging is really fun. It's always people all over, kind of just like nightlife in different parts of like the Bay. It's just so fun. So that was amazing. Got to see amazing drag that night. And then what I really wanted to talk about, because it unfortunately did steal the show for the week itself,
tell me,
was Florida Man put on with
oh my
many
God,
hands.
I heard about this.
Yeah, this is like, I'm telling you guys, I witnessed like gay history in a way that I'm like so happy and so proud to have seen the community come together in this way. So Florida Man and Many Hands Lightwork, 2 Bay Area true like divas, literally always on like the edge of like drag, I would say. Like we're not doing like simple pop numbers here, like we're doing cerebral drag on like a Tuesday night. It's like my favorite thing. And so both of them kind of came up with this concept a year ago, which was, what if there was a dramatic retelling of the Boeing 737 flight in January of 2024, the one where the Boeing door flew off mid-flight and that kid lost his shirt. And everyone, it was on the news. Everyone talked about it. Like, what if there's dramatic retelling? But it was done to the discography of Kelly Clarkson. And so what Florida was telling me for like months was like, Kelly Clarkson just has so much music that kind of just relates the story of being on a nearly crashing Boeing 737. And what would happen if the door was suddenly ripped off in front of you? And I was like, literally your mind, like the mastery, the concept, the journey, the vision. I was just like, this is absolutely something that needs to be done. Like I believe it, I can see it. And so for weeks, there's been like seeding of the show, and it was all at Genre, which Genre is another insane thing. It's literally this drag family, like super all-stars level drag show that's happening at the Stud now. I think every like few months, every like 3 months. And it's the Cake Sisters, Man Cave, a bunch of other like local drag families that put on these like literally 30-minute shows, like back to back to back. Well, with smoke and drink breaks, which are like 30 minutes long. But relatively speaking, you get like 3 to 4 long shows over the night. It's really, really fierce. So this is one of the performances that night. And so literally we had another friend of the pod, Garrett Schlichty, was one of the passengers on this flight. Dion Shiksa, my friend, was one of the flight attendants. Florida was the reveal of being the door that was in the background the whole time, like a giant paper mache door. And we had so many great people. We had people all throughout the week that dressed as flight attendants. We had people throughout the week dressed as pilots. People throughout the week at different drag shows were dressed as the plane. Lily Many Hands was literally like a sexy anthropomorphic plane. And these people were all doing drag of their own kind of things, and then all came together at the end of the week to be a part of the entire Boeing 737 flight. And so you literally have like Garrett and like passengers coming on as like, you know, Garrett plays like the vaping like 16-year-old with like a baby and a dog like coming on the plane, like a brat. You have like people coming on to be like the nerdy like guy who's like getting mad and like calling the flight attendants constantly. And then you have flight attendants there's all these amazing numbers. And it was just like this full 30-minute story. We literally had the whole thing. The door gets ripped off. There's like wind and leaves flying through the scene. We have people doing Oh my God, doing like the airplane. What's it when you have the big glow stick lights and you like direct the plane down the tarmac? And then the plane like taking off, like hands like getting like crowd surfing, and their arms are wings. Their bodysuit is a plane. Like the side of their body is windows, and just like going. It was literally so crazy.
And Garrett looked beat so in crazy. It. Like truly.
Oh yeah, it was Garrett's debut drag night too. I was like,
did Garrett
get
a drag name? I didn't ask them.
I don't know. I think this is like a new venture.
Wait,
so
let me text Garrett right now and see. Garrett, bitch.
They did great. Everyone really slayed. It was such a beautiful performance. The people in the audience were literally like, I feel like everyone just had this like drag is so back. Feel like the stud is so back because the stud has been going through it.
Yeah,
the stud has had a journey. As many of you know, it's a very iconic local.
Well, as its number one patron, you would know more than anyone.
I know, but I mean, just saying the legacy of it. A lot of people don't go now. It's still kind of this thing I'm like kind of getting mad about in like the gay community here, where people kind of have this like, oh, I used to go to the stud a lot, but it's not the same anymore. And I'm like, well, if you stop going, it's not going to be anything you want it to be because you're not there. You have to go. You have to show up. So I'm like, come on. But that night, I think it was too busy. It was very full. So I was like, okay, maybe we're fine now. Maybe we have enough going on. Yeah. But it was packed. It was like crazy. It was it was just such a moment in drag history, I would have to say. And I would love to see it on the Kelly Clarkson show. I think she needs to bring them on. She needs to acknowledge the fans. I'm not a Kelly Clarkson person either, but I was like, damn, her songs really do evoke a plain accent. Her songs really do evoke like trauma and struggle and surviving, perseverance through hardships. Yeah, it was such a moment. How about you? Were you up to any shenanigans this weekend?
Yeah, I saw... Okay, guys, I have to say, The Testament of Anne Lee, bitch.
Oh my God, I need... Okay, is it really? I feel like I've heard mixed things, but I'm like...
I think you're going to really love it or you're going to really hate it.
That's what it sounds like.
Here's the thing. I have a reverence for the divine because I'm always seeking to fill the hole left by God in my life, Or, sorry, as I would call it in high school, the demiurge, because I don't believe in God. But, wake it up, Gnosticism. No. I would be in class like, actually... If you go by the Gnostic Bible, like we're not worshiping God, we're worshiping the Lord of Storms. That was just like an off-trapping of a greater divine power. That is called the demiurge. Anyways, the demiurge is the Lord of Storms. Anyway, let's not get into it. But anyway,
we can't. Yeah.
I'm always looking to fill the hole left by God.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I fill that hole with sex, and sometimes I fill that hole with ketamine, and sometimes I fill that hole with Genshin Impact YouTube videos. But
we all have it. We all have across the board, religious or not.
But no. And sometimes I fill it with dancing. But this week I filled it with The Testament of Anne Lee. And girl, let me tell you, it filled that hole right up. I am just going to say this right now. The mother quake that is Amanda Seyfried in this movie is unreal, but more than anything, can I tell you, I cried because it made me think about you. Because the moral of the story is the most important and dangerous thing for a woman to have in this world is a gay best friend. And it is so real. Like, you're going to
really
watch
what the movie's about.
No, you're going to watch this movie and you're going to be like, this is literally me and Joan.
I was
right?
going to say, are you Anne Lee? Are you the Testament?
I'm Anne Lee and you're the gay brother. And you're going to like... walk out of that movie like, honestly, yeah, Joan and I are gonna die side by side. like, no, I'm gonna spoilers for Anne Lee.
We're gonna be those Pompeii skeletons.
It is based on a historical film, okay, and it's only been out for a week, but it's based on historical facts. So I'm spoiling history, but just Matt will put it in the notes when the spoilers end. So if you don't want to get spoiled for Anne Lee, don't listen. But it's not really spoilers because, again, you can't really spoil a movie based on history. But the movie ends where like something traumatic happens to like a lot of the characters, right? And it's like they're all very old and they're like slowly dying off, and like the gay best friend dies, right?
Yeah.
And she's at the end in the orchard picking apples, like watching everyone pick her apples. And like a character comes over and they're like
picking apples.
She's talking and she's like, and like as the audience, you already know that the character has died, right? Like it's like a thing that's obvious, but right? She's talking and she's like, "Can you go get my gay best friend for me? I want to tell him something." And the character touches her arm and she's like, "Anne, he's been dead for the whole year. He's died last spring." Like, right? Like he died last spring when the apples bloomed. And she goes, "Oh, really? That's right. I just swear I saw him in the apple orchard asking me to pick apples with him. And I was watching it, I was like, this is literally going to be me and Matt. Like, everyone's going to be like, Matt, Joan's been, they're going to be like, Matt, Joan's been gone since spring. And you're like, I swear I just saw her frolicking in the field. Guess it's time to die now.
I was just out in the patio tending to my aloe.
She is a cult leader with a gay best friend going around getting everyone to join her cult. And I was literally
why isn't that us? Why didn't we just
I was like,
that's
literally us. There's so many scenes where I was like, literally, this is me and everyone Boots, where I'm acting crazy and Matt's like, everyone listen up, okay? She's got a point. Tea a bit. Like, spill, sis. Everyone's looking at him to be the voice of reason. He's like, girl, that's my girl. Literally Boots. Like,
listen to her. She's got it. And
it's the kind of thing where it's just like, oh, it's so good. And the movement and the music. And I'm sorry, but Amanda, it is a category 5 mother quake. Like, she
ate the house down, Boots,
giving everything that she's ever gotten. And she's so good at playing a woman possessed. Like, if you really think about Amanda Seyfried movies, of which there are so many good ones, like,
of course,
she is always playing a woman with like a truly like wild look in their eye, or like a woman who is like channeling the divine. Like, I'm sorry, Mamma Mia, she's channeling in that movie. Like, she is possessed in that movie. Like,
everyone is possessed in that movie.
She is possessed by the spirit of love and fertility, and she is like just an avatar for like Aphrodite, the goddess, right? Like, she's in Greece and Aphrodite's been reborn.
She is very Mediterranean.
In Mean Girls, she's channeling. Jennifer's body,
yeah,
she's channeling in Jennifer's body, okay?
She's fighting for the channeling.
Like, I'm sorry, like, she's true. In Ted 2, also channeling.
Now, hold up. You've seen Ted 2? Have you seen Ted?
Of course I've seen. No, I haven't. Wait, I want to look at I want to look at her discog.
The era of the Ted movies is like actually the darkest.
I know.
Like, you'll never get me. You'll never see me watching Ted.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, but like, it's just like First Reformed. She's channeling in First Reformed. Okay, like, sorry. I just love her. Red Riding Hood girl, channeling.
Okay, actually, yes, she was channeling.
The letters, Dear John, possessed.
What was that like gothic movie she did recently too?
It's crazy that Mean Girls was her first role on film.
What?
On film, it's not her first role on.
But that's crazy.
Ever. But her first was, she was a regular on As the World Turns, and then she was on All My Children, and then played a woman on SVU. Got Veronica Mars, but like Mean Girls was her first film role. Isn't that crazy?
That's wild. Talk about a
I know
role to get.
But yeah, I'm glad that like Ann Lee, like, I think is going to be like a star turn for her just in general, like the kinds of roles that she gets. I don't think it's a star turn. Like, she's already very famous and people already like her.
Yeah.
I just mean, like, I hope that like whatever comes of like the subsequent roles, like people give her more like high concept things like this, right? Like, there is no reason why Amanda Seyfried is not getting roles that like Julianne Moore was getting 15 years ago. You know, like, give her those roles.
Well,
I want Amanda to have a safe. Like, where's Amanda's safe? Give it to her.
What's crazy, by the way, is this movie, I'm remembering now, it's not even showing in the Bay Area. Well, technically the Bay Area.
Really?
Santa Clara is the only theater.
That's insane.
The AMC Mercado 20 in Santa Clara. Because a friend of mine asked if I wanted to drive like an hour out to see it like this weekend, and I was like, I don't think I could do that, love. And then I was like, is it really not showing in San Francisco or even Oakland or Berkeley or Marin? Nope, Santa Clara. I'm like, what the fuck? What does a bitch have to do to see this?
What's a bitch gotta do?
I don't have a car. I'm not taking Caltrain an hour and a half to see this movie. No
Wait,
shade.
that's crazy that Ann Lee's not showing in San Francisco.
You would think at least at the Alamo or the Kabuki Theater, like, that's crazy. I looked it up. There's literally
Ann Lee, San
You're like, I don't believe you.
Like,
it's not coming up anywhere else.
It says Alamo Drafthouse.
Where? No, stop. Alamo Drafthouse. They opened a new one though. That's like not in San Francisco. A lot of more movies are there. It's pissing me off. Look at that. Sorry, there's no scheduled showtime in the San Francisco Bay Area. Not even the one in Livermore.
How is that possible?
How? I do have to fly out of the country.
Wait, maybe it just was a limited run. That's probably
No, I think it is a limited run. Apparently, it's mostly like... Wait, so you saw it in Philly, though?
Yeah, I saw it at the Philadelphia Film Society.
Oh, that might be why. It's only LA and New York right now. Wait,
yeah,
what?
That's crazy.
LA, New York only? That's fucked up. Why they gotta do her dirty? Now, this is pissing me off. Like, that's crazy. It's like, is this art house, like, cinema? Like...
So yeah, they're keeping it in LA and New York for the month, and then after the 25th they'll show it. So I feel very lucky that I saw it. But
I was about to say, you got like one of the rare showings outside.
I will say it's so visceral and also upsetting at times, like
it
graphically,
looks really intense.
Like visceral, like you know that feeling when like you've been really, really stressed out, like if something really stressful is happening and you know your adrenal glands are just pumping, like it feels like the thing that they talk about adrenal fatigue, like where you like leave the theater and you're like, I literally feel like I've been running scared for my life for 2 hours.
I need that,
but it's incredible. I felt like I had like a religious orgasm watching it. I was like, I truly have like seen the divine.
You're like, she is me, I am her. We are one.
What else happened? Besides that, I went to a party that was so boring, but my friends were fun, so they made up for it. There's a rave this weekend I'm excited about. I'm like trying to make the best of being in Philadelphia right now. It's tough. It's like I live my life in so many different areas, and I had to kind of like put Philly on the back burner because I was in New York and Toronto so much, and that's not necessarily going to change, but I have been in Philadelphia for 3 months.
You've also been like physically incapacitated half the time you're in Philly because of surgery recovery.
Surgery and not being able to do stuff, and you know, it's been the winter, and so...
And then your car, I'm still
I don't have a car anymore, which you don't need a car in Philly, but where I live, it's like slightly inconvenient to not have one.
When you live by yourself and are recovering from like physical surgery, it's definitely hard to take groceries on the bus.
Yeah, and so... sorry for like biting my nails on camera. That was crazy. But no, I have been really like putting effort into like making sure I like, you know, pour the water into my friends. What's it called? Watering the garden of friendship here in Philadelphia. Something like, you know,
the community garden
you know, like pouring into friends rather than just like taking, which I feel like just recovery puts you in that sort of like caretaken role that I hate. Just trying to see friends and stuff. It's been difficult though. It's just hard. It's like I'm looking for roommates right now, which I never thought I would be looking for roommates again. But it just makes sense because, you know, living alone is kind of boring and I'm not here, and I would prefer to just like have people around. And I can, you know, always save money. It's good.
Yeah, you do have a place that's bigger than what you need also.
Yeah,
like,
it's just the kind of place that feels silly to live in by myself, you know?
Yeah, like all those rooms, like you
I'd
have
rather,
like 2
share
extra
the wealth.
rooms.
Yeah, I technically live with people because I live in a duplex and my like neighbors are besties. But like in like my actual like 4 walls, it's just me right now. So I'm in a season of change, I think. But change is always nice. Change is always good, you know?
It has to happen.
The world is very scary, so all I can do is change, you know?
What's the only thing that's constant is change.
Oh my God, I
know
true.
It's so true.
I know. Guys, here's the thing. No one is above therapy, and getting therapy at 30, which I started my therapy journey like a year ago. So like it's not a brand new thing, but like maybe not a year ago. I can't even remember. Like last summer I started talking to someone, but
almost a year.
After a whole like lifetime of not talking about anything that has happened to me or my feelings at all, it's been emotional.
I've been telling you, I'm like, you just have to do it. It sucks. It just sucks ass, but you have to do it.
I told my therapist it feels like there's like a bill that I didn't pay my whole life, you know? And like maybe it was like only like a couple $1,000s to start, but now it's like I owe $100,000, you know? And I just have to like pay it. Like
we all know that feeling.
The demons came home to roost. But you know, listen, guys, behind the scenes I just call Matt and I cry and I cry and I cry, and then we record a podcast, so it's fine.
But also, like, that is unfortunately the first step of going to therapy is like to cry and get angry and
I know.
Fucked up.
Shout out in the comments if you go to therapy and cry. Let's talk about it. Let's wake that
up. My therapist told me he has a client who schedules their crying, and I literally thought that was the most insane, horrible thing I ever heard in my life. Like how bleak, how depressing. You just get home and it's like 5 p.m. time to cry for 10 minutes. And then after a while, I'm like, wait, kind of makes sense. Like,
yeah, kind of toward that.
Like, she basically, the whole thing is basically like, everyone has their own way, obviously, of letting out emotion. But for this person specifically, what works for them is to literally be like, here's the time. I know I can cry. No one's around me. No one's going to bother me. I can just feel it. And it's like, a lot of us don't even want to confront what makes us want to cry. So like, hey, she's doing more than half of us.
Yeah, I don't schedule my cries, but they are pretty routine.
I don't think that's something. Yeah, you don't need to schedule them. They're coming. they're coming,
frequent
bitch.
enough.
Yeah. You're not afraid to cry though, honestly, which is better than like I
used to be though. I used to not cry at all.
Yeah.
Now it's just like I can't stop crying.
It always sneaks up on me because I really don't do it very often. But
no, I've only seen you cry a few times,
and I'm really like possessed. That's the testament band Lee. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I know. Oh my God. It's so scary. It's crazy when you get to the point in therapy where like your therapist is asking like one thing that I've always really bad at, and you know this, of like what do you really want? And I like never know the answer to what I really want, right? Like what'll make this better? Like what can I do?
Yeah.
I never have an answer because it's like I've never considered what I want. I've never considered like what would make me happy or what'll make me feel better or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it was interesting. I feel like I had the breakthrough this week of like just past stuff that I hold on to, or not even you consciously hold on to it. It just affects you.
Well, it's sitting in there because you're not like really dealing with it fully.
I've had the breakthrough of like I've come to this with various things, but as like sort of an overarching vibe, it's like there are these things that are like present in my life that I have accepted are outside the realm of control and outside the realm of like, let's say like a party that has wronged me was to apologize and change their behavior, right? These aren't like friends. These are like people like family, etc. And it's like people that it shouldn't have had to take as many bad things that have happened for the apology, for
it's
the
like, damn.
behavior. And it's like, long? It took you this long? Like it took all of that, you know, for this thing that I see as like a basic function of our relationship.
Like what the fuck's the point? Like,
and so for that, like after a lifetime of dealing with certain things like that, I've really just realized like I think ultimately there is nothing that they could say or do that really fixes it. My only goal now is to just feel better about it, you know?
Yeah.
Is to like release it for myself because they cannot give me anything that will change it, you know?
Yep.
There is like nothing that they can do at this point that will satisfy the pain, that will like fix it or erase it or like go back in time and make it feel like it had never happened. You know, like God. It's too many things now. I have to just like find a way for it to just be okay for me. You know,
when my therapist told me that like waiting on someone to say the right thing or do the right thing, there's a lot of things that you can talk about. Expectations, communication, etc. When basically he was like, at the end of the day, you relying on someone else to feel good is codependence. Like, unfortunately, it is. It is codependence. And it's not like codependence is bad. We have to codepend on each other to survive. Not trying to do the whole like therapy, you know, be selfish as you possibly can be, and that's the way of life. But it's like very much like, but you have to know what it is that it's happening, and that is like half the fucking battle.
Yeah, it's like the feeling of like, I wish my I wish that my parents had done this, and they didn't do that thing, and it has been so much that has happened between what I needed and now that like all of those things don't go away. I can't undo them. I can't feel like, wow, it took all these things happening for you to figure something out or come around or like make a behavioral change or anything, right?
Like, how is that even possible to take
and
this
so
long?
I can't like let go of that. Like, I know myself, I will not be able to let go of that. But what I can let go of is the expectation of needing it at all. You know, what I can let go of is stuff. So like that. So I feel like it's like, I don't know, I'm going through seasons of my life and I feel like I finally hit the breakthrough. But at the same time, I'm like, girl,
it's the first.
Where's the glass of wine? I get to the end of the day and I'm like, bitch, where's the glass of wine, bitch?
I don't know how anyone does. Do you do therapy? What time of day do you do therapy?
Oh my God.
I'm like I'm a 9 a.m.
noon.
Oh, I do it at 9 a.m. Which
and I'm
I don't know
like,
if that's
I have
better.
to go back to work now.
Yeah,
like,
that's really but I feel like if I did do it at like 5 p.m., I would literally be like smoking a joint with a
It's like you're having the conversation of like, you're like, show me where he touched you, and then you have to like go back to work. It's like, what? I'm using that as an example. That's not
like,
the
but
literal.
Like, in a way, sometimes. Like,
that's how it feels, though. It's like, show me on the doll where he hurt you.
Oh,
and then you have to just go to work.
Meeting end right before, and then a meeting starting right after. Like, it's literally my back-to-back meetings. Therapy's in the middle of it, and it's literally like you pop in, you're like, hi. My camera's off today. I'm just not feeling very well.
The things, I'll say, the thing that I feel the most in therapy now, I'm getting to the point where I'm not as like emotionally exhausted after, but there were weeks where I was like so like sensitive and fragile from therapy that I truly felt like a raw nerve. I was like, nobody touch, look, or even breathe in my direction. I would watch The Housewives and start sobbing for like no reason. Like,
it's just all happening. It's literally just all happening.
Speaking of The Housewives, you wanted to talk about Beverly Hills. I want to talk about Shahs of the Valley. But first, let's talk about what we both want to talk about, which is the penis pump on Vanderpump.
Okay,
so we're not going to recap Vanderpump, but I only want to talk about the two men. The trio of dastardly duos I need to talk about that show.
The way that OnlyFans, penis pumps, pocket pussies, beating up your girlfriend on a jiu-jitsu mat and breaking her spine are all on the table in dating in 2026. Literally anything can happen, guys.
I've just like never seen anything like what is happening on television for this season of Vanderpump Rules. Like, just like a rundown of like the recent episodes.
And telling your boss about said penis pump and spine fracture. Like,
we have a girl that slept over at an OnlyFans creator's house and went to the wrong bathroom and saw
incest
in the incest twins house. Yeah. And went into the wrong twins bathroom and saw a like pocket pussy / penis pump.
There was an enema in there too.
And an enema.
Sure, with like a long tube. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I know. I think that's the pump.
No, I know, but it was like it looked like an enema, but it had like a very long like it looked like a.
But
I
think that's because it's a pump. Like it's like.
Oh,
like it's like a long, so you can like hold it or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, like hold in your hand.
I don't know.
While, like,
I don't know. Listen, I just don't want to claim enema.
I'm not. Oh, you're like, I wouldn't have to know.
Well, I've never seen one, so
pussy tight, pussy clean, pussy free.
No, yeah. So we have that, and then for the other incest twin, the girl that he was like, I've been hearing a lot of good things about you 5 minutes after meeting her. He took her on a date to do jujitsu and then got into missionary position with her on the mat and confessed his love.
He was like on top of her and was like, I actually don't want to talk to other girls.
It was literally like his dick was breaching her vulva when like he was like, so I think you're super hot and I'm like really getting feelings. Bitch, and she's laying there with her legs and spread eagle and she's like, okay. By the way, fractured her spine. Then
I actually don't believe her low-key about the spine thing, but
no, of course not. And then you have Shane Hollander.
So this is where Hollander. No, literally, he is like the wild card to the whole season.
The way that I was on the phone with my boyfriend while we were watching it, and I was like, and this is why poly guys are the fucking worst and nobody believes them about reinventing heterosexuality and like breaking the cycle of, you know, whatever. About Shane where he has like
multiple girls over back to back, like one waiting in the car while the other comes in.
Like, it's so like, please welcome back to the stage, Tom Schwartz. Like, listen.
But he's very different.
But
Shane,
this
Tom
is
Schwartz?
No. Because listen, I'm going to do a little impression, right?
Yeah, I need
to the viewer. People are going to be like,
that.
oh, that could be also Tom. Okay, ready? Yeah, so like, man, like, you know, like, here's the thing, like, I'm going to just like hang out with you. Wait, so like, who's Karina on your phone? He's like, oh, that's like my sister. Text Karina, wait in the car. Okay, so like, yeah, like, I'll like, see you later. Karina comes inside. So, like, what do you want to do? Want to go watch a movie upstairs? Goes upstairs. Confessional. So, like, if it's okay for you to be dating multiple girls, like, why did you have to tell Karina to wait in the car? Man, you caught me. I don't really know what to say. Tom Schwartz boots the house down. Like, I have
No, it's
seen
literally
this
a Chad Schwartz. You're right. If he got shot at like 19.
It's Chad Schwartz. Yeah,
it's
like
Chad Schwartz with a record. Like, or not
you
the record.
go back in time and shoot
history.
Tom Schwartz 5 times in the spine, and that is Shane. Like,
and he's not,
and
he doesn't work at Sir either. It's kind of
perfect. And he doesn't work at Sir either. No, it's Tom Schwartz.
That's actually crazy. And he's dating one of the girls.
Guys, he's like, I'm polyamorous, man. But then he's doing the thing where he like pre-games fucking one girl so that he has his dick hard by the time the second girl comes in. Because can I say something else? I was like, it's giving ED down. It is giving
he talks
ED.
About it.
It's giving ED sex addict down.
Okay, but he claims, now Joan, be careful. He claims that because when he got shot, he can't get erect otherwise. He has to use a penis pump to get erect. That's what he claims. He was like, I would never say anything about that.
It's giving,
about with ED.
I have to fuck.
You think it's that though?
I think it's giving sex addict down because here's the thing.
I think it's both. I think both are true. Like the ED could be from that, but I think there's a sex addiction thing that like keeps that cycle of something going on. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. Maybe I don't understand ED well enough, but like to be that aroused and like constantly trying to fuck, but you can't get hard. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I think he has to do the cheating.
But then the penis
thing.
pump works, and then he takes Viagra, I guess, as well. Like, it's crazy.
I'm sorry.
But when Chris
they need to start putting minoxidil in the water. Like, we have to fix the
fix our
ED. Like, guys, we have to start putting Viagra in the water if all of these guys are going to have erectile dysfunction by 25.
No, the way that like everyone is like wants to be a Chad, but also wants to
everyone's sexy, but
Chads.
Nobody's horny is a crazy thing to really see
everyone
play
wants
out on the
to
show.
Everyone wants to goon to heated rivalry and like use their penis pumps, but then we like don't want sex anywhere else, and we can't talk about it.
No, it's crazy. So that's basically what's going on in VPR. Besides that, Marcus, gay. Sorry.
Marcus showing up like rolling on Molly and like drunk with like sunglasses on at 5 p.m. I was like, this is fantastic television.
Can I just say, it's just like hard to watch.
I have worked with this man before.
It's hard to see a beard and not know that she's a beard.
I don't like the way you're hugging those guys. And she's like one arm hugging for like half a second. He's like, I don't like the way you're hugging them. I'm going to kill you.
No,
also
listen,
the way
here's
he's
the
so
thing.
gay. He's so gay for Shane and everybody else, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. And listen, maybe he's bisexual. Bisexual guys exist, but my whole thing is he is not into whatever Kim is selling, and she cannot see that she is being used.
Okay, I want to talk about Scamanda Francis, but let's save it for the bonus up because I have like things about her. Like,
you have things about her?
News.
Okay, so
yeah, I have a lot more to talk about her.
The Valley Persian Style.
Yeah.
Okay,
I call it Shaw's the Valley in my head.
I caught up on all 3 episodes over the last 2 days. Yeah, there's 3. The new one just came out.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm behind.
And you missed. Can I tell you?
It's okay.
Let me just lay the groundwork. So let's like talk about what the show is. So the show is the continuation of Shaws of Sunset. They have all now moved to the Valley. Reza, by the way, it's like scary to see reformed Reza because I just don't believe it. You know, like his whole act with Adam.
Him and Adam. I'm like, you guys are the same people you were when you left the show. Say,
no
shade, like
the rage is boiling. The rage is boiling inside Reza. Like the gay rage is like trapped in him, and it is gonna explode in such a beautiful way. Because I'm sorry, a guy that would be like, you almost bled out from your abortion at his best friend on television is not a person that can be reformed. You know,
they've always been really mean to each other, but I'm trying to think if I said something like that to you, you would like have me shot professionally.
I would actually have flown across the table and ripped your throat out.
I wouldn't be able physically to do anything.
But yeah, the gay rage is inside of him, and you can see it like the things that he's doing with Adam, where he's like, Adam, I want you to hug me. I want you to touch me. Why don't you touch me, Adam? Hold my hand, Adam. Why aren't you hugging my? Why aren't you? Hugging?
It's very like to my man and was like, if we ever are like this, like take us out. Like,
and then Adam, every time they're together, Adam is on camera and he's saying something like, "Isn't it so great that you just like married like a nice, normal guy that like loves you and like has a house and like all this?" And Reza's like, "It's so great. I'm so happy." It's like, okay.
It's
I can't
like,
wait for this to blow up. Then we have MJ. She's another returner.
Real quick, the cry for help with Adam is always bringing tabbouleh over. He's like, I have the
By the way, and all the Persians being like, this isn't a Persian dish, but nobody has the heart to tell him it's not a Persian dish.
Sorry. To be someone who only brings one dish to every party and it's like a salad-ish thing that no one really cares about, like, you're actually doing more harm than good. I'm so sorry. Go to Costco and get like a chicken bake for everybody. It'd be better.
But you know what? Shout out to the one gay guy we've ever seen on TV that has a real job. Okay. Then MJ and Tommy, the pit of darkness.
This is literally seeing like the plane before the tower.
Can I just say, like, I would like to consider myself an empath and somebody that can read auras. And to me, MJ has always been a sparkling crystal floating in the center of a giant black tornado, like a giant, like, pitch black tornado. She's
what's
just
it called when the hurricane hits a tornado? It's like a geyser, like from the sky.
Like she's like a beautiful scuffed rhinestone just getting like thrown about by like pitch black winds.
She was cursed to always be in the heavy winds.
There's like an abyssal
diamond.
storm around her at all times.
It's
like
so
an impenetrable darkness that
she
nothing can pierce or see out of, right? And watching how much Tommy hates her and how much she hates him play out,
it's really like low,
dark to a degree that I cannot explain. They're so
like completely
scary.
Different people. Here's the thing. There's a thing in relationships I think is so fascinating. As someone who's literally now married, been together for 12 years.
Yeah. So by the way, Matt is going to wield this against me for the rest of our lives. Yeah.
We're opening up the relationship blog hotline. Send your questions. No. When a couple goes out not together and one is always out without the other, there is nothing wrong or weird about that unless you make it wrong or weird. I'm just going to tell you one thing.
Because she walks around to everyone like, Tommy dropped me off, but he's not coming inside. Yeah. He's dropped me off. He's going to pick me up later. But
and also it's
off.
Tommy in the car yelling at her as she like gets out and he like scuttles away. It's not like, oh, hey, like, let me say hi from the window. Like, sorry, guys, not feeling well. I'll head back. Not
something
like, oh, let me get your
to
Uber.
couples,
let me help you.
Like any straight couple that existed before the 2020 pandemic, like has been damaged in a way that we're seeing play out on TV. Like especially this group, like
they all had to confront something that they didn't think they would ever.
Like okay, so they hate each other, and also by the way, Vita June is
how is she still alive? The evil.
Can I just say, like,
strong.
Speaking of wicked witches, like she comes shuffling into the room.
Wicked witch.
Vita June, flip it around, wicked witch. Okay, so then we have Gulnessa, aka Gigi,
and
now
queen.
Here's some things that happened with Gigi since last time we saw her. She's been married twice for a total of 2 weeks. She smokes an ounce of weed a day in front of her 5-year-old son.
An ounce a day. I was like, bitch, you have to be smoking like 14 blunts a minute.
She
like,
still doesn't have a job, but did start an OnlyFans. And she wants to live $1,000 a week.
She says her rent is $8,000 right now, and then she spends an additional $5,000 to $6,000 on marijuana every month. $5,000 to $6,000 on marijuana. I legitimately wanted to like take myself. I thought I was a stoner.
Can I say, like, here's the thing: Gigi is an important kind of person to represent on TV because, can I say, like, listen, there are people of all shapes and sizes and from all walks of life that have the demon put into them, you know, like
the demon can be in anybody.
Like for a lot of people like us of our wealth caliber growing up, just like regular, normal, like middle class existence, like oftentimes the demon can maybe be born into you, but also sometimes it's projected onto you. It's put onto you by circumstance, right? Gigi is the type of rich girl where the money entered her spirit at a young age.
Never
and
left.
Like she is possessed. Like Pazuzu is inside of her and it thirsts for blood, and there is nothing that can quench, satiate, or like anything like her like lust for blood and violence. Like
she literally says that amount of weed she smokes keeps her from being the devil. And I'm like, she's not wrong.
No,
like
guys,
it may be the only antidote.
Like I would like to imagine imagine that they're doing like some sort of blood sacrament on the weed to like keep the like spell working, right? Like they have to sacrifice to her, otherwise like people start to die, right? Like they start finding like bodies torn to shreds in the LA River. Like
no, it's one of those things where if her dad was to like cut out the credit cards, change the bank account statements, whatever, what have you, which sounds like might be happening. It was kind of confusing.
I'm gonna remake Jennifer's body into Gigi's body because that is what is happening with Gigi.
No, I'm
right?
saying
like,
he would cut off the accounts and then like vomiting black bile within like minutes. Like literally, house is shaking, like demons entering the home to kill.
What you guys don't know about Gigi, if you're not watching the show, and what Matt doesn't know because he doesn't watch the new episode, right? So she had this guy that she dated for like that she only married for 2 weeks, and the marriage got annulled, right?
Yes.
And I'm going to lay out for you a web that she spins this episode that is the kind of logic that you only produce when you have an actual demon possessing you from the other side, okay? Like, let me just tell you what happened.
This is demonic in origin.
So, Dennis, the guy that she only married for 2 weeks after dating for a month or two, Dennis was friends with her ex-husband.
Okay.
And her ex-husband cheated on her. And so she said, I'm gonna get with your best friend Dennis as revenge.
Oh boy.
So she gets with Dennis and marries him as revenge against her ex. They get their marriage annulled. And as soon as the marriage is annulled, Dennis sleeps with one of her friends in Las Vegas.
Amazing.
Gigi is telling all of this, right? And she's like, what he did to me doesn't compare to me never being in love with him and only marrying him to use him and get back at my ex. Because when he went with my friend, he didn't know that I had only married him to get back at my ex. So it's actually worse what he did because he didn't know that I had done something worse to him. And so him doing that shows he's a bad person.
She literally said he genuinely did a bad thing to me while I sociopathically did something quite minimal compared.
No, like just simplify it. It's like I cheated on my boyfriend, and when he broke up, he got with one of my friends. But when he got with one of my friends, he didn't know I had cheated on him. So therefore, he wasn't getting back at me, and he was just doing that as a bad person. Never mind that I already cheated on him.
She literally has to be kept in a cage. I'm sorry. Like, it's a horrible thing to say.
I'm telling you.
She has to be kept in like a padded cell. It is the kind
of like logic that you only produce when you are genuinely an evil person. Like her watching her brain work is bewildering.
In episode 1, even when she's talking to all the new girls, we'll get into who the new cast is because they're all very fascinating, I think. And so she's at this dinner and she's literally like the girl who didn't move on from high school and is like still going crazy. And even though she has a kid, she's not married, not settled down. Because she's rich
and doesn't have a job and all of her bills are paid for by daddy.
Yeah, no, she is literally still living like a rich high school child. And so she's like, we're getting drunk tonight. Like, let's get another round of shots. And she's like holding her, swishing her wine around and like yelling. And all the other girls are really like, I'm scared. Like,
My
I'm
favorite
so scared
is
right
MJ.
now.
MJ shows up to a lunch at her rented Airbnb in business casual, and she goes, "Why are you dressed like it's church?" And MJ's like, "Gigi, it's Tuesday. I'm coming from work. Not all of us have no job."
Yeah, like some of us like actually have to make
also,
some money.
MJ works at the agency now.
Which was like, kind of like, is this real?
Chad, is this real? No, yeah. I will say also MJ so she's telling the ex-husband's like, when I got with her, like, we had already got our marriage annulled and she's not even really your friend. And she's like, yeah, but like, fuck you. How would you do that? And he's like, by the way, like, you told me that you only married me to get back at your ex-husband. Like, you never even loved me at all, period. So why do you even care? And she's in the middle of this crowded restaurant, gets up and starts screaming at anybody who will listen. Can I go outside and just punch something? Like, I need to feel blood right now. Like, I need to, like, cause violence. And everyone's looking at her like, so there's this crazy person.
No, there's literally people who just like are like this. This is just what they're
at
like.
any minute
and we
that
all have to
Gigi's
just
on
be...
screen, I'm expecting like a dart full of tranquilizer to stick out of her neck and like a bunch of guys in white coats to carry her off. Like, sorry guys, she escaped, but like we'll put her back. Don't worry.
No,
like,
she's literally one of those people that they would just have sedated like 24/7, like back in the day.
Like, you know how the MK Ultra people are always like, no, you don't understand. Like, I have vivid memories of being abducted and experimented on as a child. Like, if she started to say that, I would actually believe her, because what is happening to her is only explained by being like in a sort of like Stranger Things 11 type scenario as a kid and being experimented on as a super soldier for the government covertly in like, I don't know, Santa Monica. Like, that's the only explanation for why she acts like this.
Is that I would think now maybe she's smoking so much weed that she's like in psychosis, and also like
it's like also weed psychosis too.
But and also like what's horrible about the weed industry in California, well, it's kind of everywhere, is that they can use like way more pesticides in marijuana than they can use on regular foods, and that would be a worse of a thing if you were just consuming marijuana, like edibles. But when you smoke it, you're like burning the pest. It's a horrible thing. Like, truly, it's something I pretend I don't know about. Anyway, I would think that's the case, but she has always been like this, guys. Like, season 1, episode 1, she is a menace from the start. And the weed, if anything, is keeping her from like actually physically assaulting people in the street.
Yeah, because we have seen her like break glasses over people's heads.
Yeah, she's trying to like not punch somebody. She's like, I need to feel blood, but I need to not hurt somebody. So can someone help me?
So she just goes outside and punches a brick wall. Like, okay, so
I'm sorry, my lip. Okay, we also have other castmates.
2 other new couples. And then 1 other couple, but the 2 couples can be remembered by they're both sleeping in separate bedrooms.
Now let me tell you something.
And they're both lesbians with husbands they don't love. That's another thing.
Not to again pull the like long-term relationship thing, but like again, sleeping in separate bedrooms. I feel like I have met people where this makes sense and I understand why they do it. And then there are people where like this, where I was like, this is so loaded and feels like a very different thing. That's not about like things, convenience, sleep patterns, health. It's like emotional.
But them like taking private trips together without their husbands all the time. I was like, okay, so they're munching box in Paris while her husband creeps around the Ivy Cafe. Like,
so there's this lesbian yearning that's going on. Like,
no, watching
and then
that
also when they bring
out
up the separate bedroom thing at the dinner, and it's literally like a thing where everyone like stops talking because their vibes turn so rancid. Like that's when I'm like,
they're both fighting in front of other people constantly, which is like another thing, right? Like if you can't go into social settings without fighting with your partner constantly in front of like large groups of people, like I have certainly like sparred with a boyfriend of mine, like in front of like a friend in like an intimate setting.
It's gonna have to happen, yeah.
Like it just happens. But like I'm saying, if like I'm at parties with 10 other people and we're screaming at each other, and like in the middle of a crowded room, like, babe,
it's over.
Babe.
It's over.
And then there's another couple where their darkness isn't out yet.
Are you talking about the
Tannen and the other one? Is it Tannen?
No, you're talking about Natasha Namir, the dead wife?
Yes, Natasha Namir, where he has a dead wife who he is still in love with.
The edit they're giving is like, this man can't be, they're going to kill him on the show. Like, this is rough.
Yeah. And then there's also a demon who's like a playboy rich guy who I thought was gay.
Reza J. I thought
he was gay. Like, I literally thought he was gay.
Okay. I was like,
because he even does the kind of like,
gay.
He kind of does the like, girl.
Oh, he's so
limp wrist.
Like,
but then
faggot. Ooh.
I'm like, wait, is this what gay guys are like now? I mean, straight guys are like now, where they're like, yes, sis. Like, he literally yes-sisses his date.
No, in the clips they show in the future, I'm like, this is either the like most straight, like insane man I've ever met in my life, or like, and that's what I don't know. It's confusing to me.
But I think like guys who are fat in high school and get hot after, like, develop a weird personality.
Become gay.
Like, if you were fat in high school and got chest hair and abs as a 20-year-old, like, you just turn gay, I think.
No, so here's the thing. I thought, oh my God, they got like a young,
You're either gay or an incel. Those are the two paths for guys that were fat in high school.
And it's literally Reza J. I was like, oh my God, it's like Reza Jr. Like, he's like Lily Reza is going to be out.
Gay?
Shut up. It's going to be...
Me, incel.
No, I literally just thought Reza's going to kill this man if he's gay.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that he claims to be straight is the only thing keeping Reza from like also like attacking and lunging over. Because I would be like so pissed if a younger, hotter version of myself was put on the show and has the same name as me. Are you kidding me? It's like The Substance. I'd be like, I'm in fight or flight mode. No, it's so fab. I love it. The new people they have on, I feel like what I love about Shaw's is that they're adding people who are like, I don't want to say older because it's not like they're old, but like they're just not like 20 somethings. Like these are all like people in their like 40s, like late 30s, early 40s, I think even maybe even early 50s, some of the guys. And they're like established people that have like careers, like they actually do things. Okay, but then we also had the jeweler who like fucked up Goldness's ring and all that drama. So there's like, I don't know, it feels like they actually have drama that I'm like actually into, and it's all very like quick and like they get to it. We're not just like beating around the bush all the time. So
okay, so just like updates from the other side. Brooklyn Beckham just posted 1,500 words on Instagram stories calling out his parents. Just breaking news.
I had a headline for
podcast.
The bonus episode after this about it, but I did not know about that. That must be
There's 7 Instagram stories that are walls of text.
Well, with that, should we head over?
Yeah, we should probably head over.
All right, Diva Dolls.
Final thoughts on TV. We talked industry. We talked whatever. By the way, I told you Canada went its own way and crowned Van Gogh. I told you that they were going to try to differentiate themselves. Yeah, we did. Yeah. I literally said
we literally said this was
either going to be Van Gogh or Sammy Landry. Like that is where this is going, and
you were
I could see them doing Van Gogh because they want to like differentiate themselves from the other franchises and the kind of winners they do. You know.
I hate to like compare so literally, but I feel like it's a trope thing. That's where I'm coming from. It's a trope thing, but it feels very like Bimini and Lawrence on UK.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like no shade, but it's like they kind of are. They know one is good for now and one will be brought back, and so good for Sammy in that sense.
Good for Sammy.
I wish her so much
Can't wait to see what she does with it.
Van Gogh is a talented bitch. She is going to be. I feel like she's going to be kind of like Suki, where she just does so many outfits for the girls now because she really does have the talent. So I wish her well in that. But I also do need to see Sammy back on TV. So
listen, I'm sure I will see a $15 Van Gogh show at Cruise and Tangos in the future. I'm sure she will be there. And I'll see her do some endless drag at Cruise and Tangos for $10, maybe $15. I'll have to find the cheapest seats at the Sammy Landry shows though. So see you all there.
Sold out Sammy Landry show. Yeah. All right, y'all.
Sold out Sammy Landry show at the like MasterCard Stadium or whatever the fuck.
The Barclays.
At Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, Madison Square Garden, yeah. The lottery was
Sammy
just
as
so
Celine
tough.
at Madison Square Garden. Okay, 3,
It's Cowboy
2,
Carter all over again.
1. Bye.
Bye.